Hey, this is Russ. Hey, I got up early in the morning and went out into the world. Yeah, I was up at least by 5:15. Actually, 4:45. My knee usually ends up bothering me, and I'm usually up sitting on the bed and bending my knee. But I didn't get out of bed until at least 5:15. Got dressed, got ready, everything. I was out the door probably by 5:45, getting ready to go to the first grocery store that I had planned for the day. And they open at 6 a.m. And so I said, well, I will get there and be one of the first people in line to get into the store. And of course, you don't want to be in the line, so you sit in the car. So I saw the one lady standing outside waiting for the 6 o'clock time. And then, of course, there's a bunch of people, including myself, sitting in the car. So I've always noticed there's always one sacrificial person who will be out there waiting to be the very first person into the store. And so the minute she goes in, everyone jumps out of their car and jumps into the store. So there were more people there than I thought would be there. And I think everyone had the same idea. Get there early before everyone else, right? So that you're avoiding other people. Well, that wasn't the case. The store wasn't packed, but it was a lot more people than I thought would be in there. So what did I notice while grocery shopping today? Well, I noticed that they put one-way directions down the aisles. I didn't know that until one lady pointed out that I was going down the wrong way. And I looked on the floor, and sure enough, there's arrows pointing in certain directions. You can only go down one way on every other aisle. So I apologized, turned around, and got out of that aisle and went around. I guess they don't want you passing other people, because if you're passing other people, you're less than 6 feet apart. So anyways, I learned my lesson. And, it's an honest mistake. I hadn't been grocery shopping for at least 2 weeks, so they must have implemented this sometime around that time. Okay. Did everybody have masks on? No, not everybody had masks on, but a lot of people did. So I would say I noticed at least 2 people at that grocery store that did not have it. The workers mostly had it. Not all of them, but most of them did. The checkout person, she had it. The bagger had it. They had gloves on as well. So what did I buy? I told you guys I would let you guys know. Well, I was there to pick up several different items. My wife wanted a seedless watermelon. Okay, got that. She wanted strawberries. Got that. She wanted cornstarch. Didn't get that. That was a totally empty hole in that area. I don't know if people are baking or doing whatever with cornstarch, but none to be had. So that's fine. Whatever. What else? She wanted butter. So I picked up butter. I picked up light mayonnaise, which does not taste like regular mayonnaise. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I do it only because it's a lot less in calorie count. She wanted a couple of lemons. So I picked up some lemons. I looked for certain items that I could not find. We have this thing called Monopoly. I don't know if you guys do a similar thing, but it's kind of like a rewards. You buy certain items, they give you a playing little, I don't know, I was going to say coupon, but it's kind of like a playing piece. And you open it up, and you look at it, and if you're an instant winner, you get some items. And other things, they say, okay, now you get a couple of more playing items. So I had a number of them to redeem, and I could not find a lot of the products. I did get the I think it's called Powerade or something like that. I got the free Powerade, the little drink thing. And I was looking for, what else? What was I looking for? See how good it was? I can't even find it in my mind. I was looking for some other items. Let's see. One of them was a hand soap, which of course I could not find. Another one was free donut or bagel, but it's 6 o'clock in the morning. None of those are out. There was another item I could not find it. I spent most of my time looking for these free items. So I finally said, you know what? My knee is hurting. I can't breathe in this N95 mask. I'm getting hot. So I said, we're out of here. So went to the checkout, got out of there. Next up, and then I drove back home and dropped off the items because it was a little too early. So the next thing to go to was another grocery store that opened up a little bit later, like an hour later. And so I got there, and this is a smaller store, so I figured, well, it's probably gonna have less people than the Jewel, the other store that I went to. No, they had more people. A lot of times these smaller stores, you would tend to think they would have less, but I think everyone has the same idea. Let's hit the small stores. So by the time I got there was a lot of cars already in the parking lot, and they don't have anything there to provide for, wiping down your carts or anything like that. So you have to bring your own to do that, because there's I don't know, smaller stores, they don't have it. I don't know why. So anyways, what did I pick up? I picked up 2 pork butts, because I'm gonna make some Chinese char siu again, which is Chinese barbecue pork. I've been using that a lot in fried rice. You may have noticed that in the last video. I've been making a lot of fried rice, to the point where we're kind of sick and tired of it, but it's the easiest thing to do, and it fills me up. So, and no, I have not gained weight, so no worries about that as far as carbs are concerned. I thought that avoiding the rice would make it easier for the dieting, but after not eating rice for 2 to 3 years, really, I'm not kidding. For Chinese guys not have rice for 2 to 3 years, that's a lot. So we've eaten a lot of rice since we've all been sheltered in place, and I think we finished at least half of a 25-pound bag. So that's over 12 pounds of rice between 2 people in that short time period. So anyways, I picked up 2 pork butts. I'm going to work with that. I picked up some cornstarch, which I couldn't find at the other store. And what else did I get? Bananas. Picked up some bananas. And that was it. I was out of there. In and out of there. And in this store, the person was wearing a mask and also wearing gloves as well. So, but less people practicing social distancing in this store. People just kind of pass by. There is no one-way aisles or anything like that at that store. All right. Went back home and dropped stuff off. Third place, Costco. Now, this would be Senior Citizen Day, so we get an extra hour before everybody else, right? So they open up at 8 o'clock. So I was there a little bit before 8, got some gas, and the guy in front of me had an N95 mask on. He had gloves on, so did I. And I noticed that when he was finished, he sprayed his gloves down with hand sanitizer, probably so that he can grasp the wheel of his car and then drive off and then go into Costco, which is what I did, but I didn't have the hand sanitizer, but I did have the glove. But I made sure I didn't touch anything with the glove that I used for touching the gas stuff. Anyways, I got inside Costco relatively quickly. I put together my own mobility scooter, which I keep inside the trunk of my car. And then I rode myself to the back of the line, and everybody is lined up outside. But again, nobody really had to wait. They just kind of slowly let us in, person by person, with some distancing. And so I was inside by 8 o'clock, and I was there looking at items specifically to buy too. And one thing specifically I wanted to get was rice. Yeah, we've had so much rice, and I go and buy some more rice, but I figured I don't want to keep going out and getting this thing. So I tried to look for rice and couldn't find it. And sure enough, one last bag. So I took the last bag. So we are good for another 25 pounds of rice. All right. And I looked for things like Costco frozen pepperoni pizza. My wife seems to like that. So she doesn't like the cheese. I take the cheese off and take the pepperoni and put it on her side. But they didn't have any. So I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. Frozen pizzas are quick and easy. All gone. And although I did not need these items, I did go and check it. Now, I apologize for the lousy looking photos. I did have my Canon G7X camera to take these photos, but because I felt bad shooting these pictures, because my intention is to get in and get out, and I know people are more concerned about things like that too. I didn't want to, take time and take these photos, so I kind of rushed a little bit, so I blurred a little bit of the photos. I didn't set the camera setup right in order to get the shots quicker. So apologize for the blurriness, but I think you get the idea. Anyways, they did have toilet paper, which I don't need, but I go and check it anyways just to see how much they have. And as you can see, they only had a couple of stacks of them. They didn't have a lot of them, and they still had one person there watching over that stuff. Make sure you don't take more than one. And she had a spray bottle of cleanser in her hand to wipe down stuff. I don't know what she was wiping down, but she had it there with her. Plenty of water and plenty of paper towels, so that was no problem. But the toilet paper seems to be the issue all the time. I don't know why people need toilet paper so badly, but they didn't have a lot. Forget about hand sanitizers, things like that. They had signs out in the front saying we do not have these items, and those were items that were listed. A lot of cleaning type product items they were listed on there. So what else did I get? I bought a bag of walnuts. My wife wanted the walnuts because we've been baking things, so she wanted that. And that is it. I only bought 2 items, rice and walnuts. So on the way out, I needed to get price adjustments. Now, the last 2 times I was at Costco, I had bought items that had gone on sale, of which was 2 bags of fertilizer. That went down $10 per bag, so I got $20-something plus tax refunded back to my card. And then I also bought some vitamins and some vitamin D3. So multivitamins and vitamin D3. And so I got my discounts on that applied as well. So they have a good policy at Costco. If you've bought it within 30 days or so of the sale price, they'll do a price adjustment real easy. Just go to customer service. Now, here's what I noticed at customer service. The supervisor had a mask and gloves on, but the gentleman who was helping me only had gloves on, no mask. Now, they do have plexiglass all up there, and so did the grocery stores. But everything was roped off, so I couldn't get to where I would normally go to where it says customer service. I had to go around where they would usually take like photos of the members in that area. There's no plexiglass there, and that's where the guy was. So I went there and I handed him my card and everything. So obviously we are probably less than six feet because I have to hand him my card, and this poor guy doesn't have a mask on. Now, if he's doing that with every single customer that comes through, that's a little bit of risk to the customer and a little bit of risk to him. So I felt bad. I didn't say anything, but I did feel like, man, you should be wearing a mask. I mean, your supervisor's got a mask on. You don't have a mask on. Anyways, when you check out, normally you have to show your receipt and they will mark your receipt. But I've noticed the last 3 times I've been to a Costco, they don't mark the receipt anymore. They just look at it and say, okay, you're good, and they let you out the door. So having my own scooter, I scooted around very quickly. I was in and out. I don't dilly-dally. I don't hang around. Dilly-dally? When was the last time you heard that word? Is that a word? Anyways, I get out as fast as I can. So I finished up everything, came home, wiped down all of my products with Clorox wipes. Even the watermelon, I Clorox wipe the watermelon, and then I rinse it off really quickly with water. So yeah, you don't want to put Clorox on your food, but again, it's a watermelon. I think that can handle it. But if you wipe it down and then rinse it off real fast, good rinse, you should be fine. I also did the same thing with the bananas. I didn't do it to strawberries, okay? But I did do it to those other items. Anyways, that was my adventure outside, and those are the items I bought, and that's the stuff that I noticed. So anyways, I hope everyone's keeping safe. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you know when the new videos from me come out, and I will talk to you guys next time.